I was thinking, I'm about to go high. I'm about to reach the sky. Oh yeah.
Well, we live.
I'm experimenting.
We live now.
Yeah, you know we're live.
Who gives a shit?
We're back in my room, guys.
Yo.
Welcome to the Parental Podcast.
The parental.
I got spit in my mouth.
Is that what that was? Is that what that was?
Yeah, man. Like,
spit out that cum.
I don't know. Do you get like a good salivation going on when you start smoking?
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
But it's the Parental
funny,
Advisory Podcast.
Sorry, did I interrupt your intro? I was gonna say it's funny how
that's nice.
You should get a drier
So,
mouth from smoking weed.
It's that Chico J Serve, and I'm with my fellow
But
co-host.
science is weird.
Shut up. Go.
The brown guy, Wilmo. The fat man, Elo.
I think he did me second because I joked. I'm pretty sure he did me second because I joked.
It's a good night, though.
You can find me at jserve954 on all social media, JSERVE954. Brolife.net for all the music as well as all major streaming platforms.
Hey, yo, it's the brown guy, Wilmo Rivera, talking to you guys. You can find me on Insta and the Snap, Wilmo_Chiquita. If you want to find me somewhere else, well, try to link up with me. Do it. Find me. Anyways, to you.
You can. This lotion's really good.
I know, right?
I like the smell. You can find me at LSO463 for all my social media, and you can find me mostly on stream. I stream every night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. On Twitch. You can find me at LSO4634 for that Twitch channel. Follow DBD Gamers for all your Discord needs.
Speak up.
Oh, speak up, sorry. You can find me at DBD Gamers for Discord as well. Yeah.
I'm done. I did my intro, I guess.
Thank you, anime.com for the sponsor. Appreciate it.
What?
Stream shit, sorry.
Oh, you got sponsored?
Yeah, from anime.com.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Just for the division. They're the ones doing this little division shit. That's why I got the beta.
That's up.
So, yeah.
Good shit, bro. So, yeah, man, we're back at it with another dose of that good for that ale. And, yeah, man, so, fuck it, let's just get right down to it. DB Super Broly. Finally got a chance to see that shit.
You say Broly?
Broly.
How do you say it? Do you say Broly, too?
Broly.
I say Broly.
Yeah, I say Broly. Yeah, I say Broly.
Well,
Right.
he's correct by American
Question for
standards.
the fans out there. How do you say it?
Comment down below.
Just hear people screaming at you all of a sudden now. For some reason, like, just fucking
I
crazy.
think it's Broly.
You know, some crazy shit.
Wait, but before we go
Did
into it,
you hear about the controversy with what's going on with the voice actor who plays Broly?
no.
So there's some shit that went down because you know how they do the events for all the. They do the events for the cons and they promote obviously the movies. Well, a lot of fans are saying that he was. I'm not sure if it's the American or the Japanese version. I'm not totally sure, to be honest with you. But he has came out that he's been touching fans a little bit too much. At some,
handsy.
getting a little handy. So that's the controversy. No one's, there's no accusations yet. It's rumors right now, so it's speculation. But it's a lot of people from a lot of different events stating that he would kind of maybe feel him up a little bit during the hugs and the meet and greets and everything. So that's a little controversy going around right now. Like just now in the past maybe 72 hours with the voice actor for Broly. Again, I don't know if it's the English or Japanese. I really don't. I forgot which one it was, but it's one of them is the voice actor.
I'll look that up really quick.
Could you please? Thank you.
So,
Can I get an F in the chat? Wait, I'm not streaming.
anyhow, so the well, besides the controversy aside, recently saw the movie and it was really fucking good. I loved how they changed the story up completely, and we got a history of Planet Vegeta and Vegeta himself and Goku. Even we got to see his parents. You know,
First time they showed his mom.
Yeah, first time they showed his mom.
I mean, if you've never seen Dragon Ball.
Well, sorry. I'm just a big fan of Bardock.
But that's not canon.
I could have sworn they canon his mom.
No.
They canon his mom in the Year One manga, yes. Which is where that whole thing, I mean, panel from panel, though.
Okay, good. Because I was just like...
Where did you think they got it from?
Well, no, because I could have sworn it animated as well.
No, they never did.
Something.
That was the animated version.
I could have sworn they did, like, you know that what
If you put it right now, put in DBZ Year One.
No, I don't need to do that, nigga. I know that.
Oh, well, I mean, to show, sir.
That's what I'm saying. No, fuck that nigga. Anyways.
Damn. The hate is real.
No. What I was saying is, like, I could have sworn they animated it, because, like, if I remember correctly, didn't they have a what if kind of movie if, like, when Bardock got hit with the Frieza blast, he actually got almost, like, transported back in time?
Yeah, that wasn't his mom. That was just a female Saiyan.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that same female Saiyan is the only female Saiyan they've ever showed.
Yes.
Till Kale.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty accurate.
And that's not true, because if you actually count whatchamacallit, well, they're not counted in anymore on GT.
No, yeah, you can't count them.
Because, yeah.
They're not.
But then again, they still kind of like put up, no, because she's still in the womb, isn't she? She hasn't come out. No, she did come out, so yeah.
Who?
Badel? Am I saying her name right?
Pan? Yeah, Pan is born in Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
Like, well, hold on.
Because remember in GT, what do you call it?
This is a weird setup.
Vegeta only had one kid. They only had Trunks
In GT?
in GT.
No, he had two.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had Bola.
Did he have the girl?
Yep. She was grown, too.
yep.
All right, so I made a mistake. I could have sworn that the little girl.
You're talking to a Dragon Ball Z aficionado.
You mean two aficionados?
Oh, yeah.
Two aficionados?
Yeah.
Okay. Motherfucker. My favorite fact still is Master Roshi drinking the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah. I don't know if you've never caught that in Dragon Ball. Yeah.
So funny.
A lot of people don't know that. That's so funny. They're like, I don't understand how Master Roshi's still alive. I'm like, they really, it was a whole arc.
Yeah. Not even. It was an episode. It was
like 3 episodes, dude. He went back in time.
I mean, yeah, they did that, but like even before that, it was even still like, whatchamacallit? What's the turtle's name? Fuck. I forgot the turtle's name on his, like...
It's Turtle.
Is it just Turtle?
Yeah, it's Turtle.
Oh, I could have sworn he actually had like a name. Anyways, it's a quick snippet.
He probably does it in the Japanese version.
Of literally just him looking to Master Roshi, and he's just like, Master Roshi, like, I could have sworn, like, how old are you again? Like, what the heck? And he's just like, he mentioned something of like drinking something that like got.
I know what you're talking about. Master Roshi, how old are you? Turtle, I've drinking the Fountain of Youth. Yeah, that's my Master Roshi.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. And
that's the abridged version.
This is where it ended. All right. Good night, y'all.
Well, that turtle is spot on though. It's not really hard to do.
Yeah, no, he sounds like that. He sounds like a buffoon.
Yeah, he sounds like hey, Master Roshi. You know, he sounds like that's what he's about.
Shit is crazy. But no, I really loved the movie. I thought it was superbly animated. The fight scenes were fucking amazing. First of all, the fact that the fight scene was like 45 minutes of the movie is just fucking amazing.
The fact that he didn't yell Kakarot every 5 seconds was good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I love that they just completely changed the story for him.
And yet, past Broly's still kind of badass. I don't know what about it. The movie sucked.
Well, I mean,
but those fight scenes were pretty dope. And he was pretty OP.
This is just step one.
You know what I'm saying? That Broly dude, he'll always have a spot in my heart.
It's the English dude.
It's English?
Yeah, it's the English one who had those.
I feel like, so here's my theory. I think Broly is going to be the next god of destruction.
Mm-mm.
You don't think so? You don't think because Vegeta and Goku don't want to be it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do it because he's too nice. Broly doesn't like fighting. You could just now they like actually put backstory on him, which makes a lot more sense of like
He's just a child.
Yeah.
Did anybody notice that in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, they don't really show like boobs bouncing, but for whatever reason in GT, or not GT, Broly, they had that green chick, boobs bounce,
and
like,
that ass.
I was like, well,
Shot too of her.
I was like, okay, that's new in Dragon Ball.
Because all the animators in there are like, fuck humans. It's all about the green, nigga. That too, you like no one really has a heavy set, and the only one who really had a heavy set was doing Dragon Ball Z, and that was the chick who had like the multiple personalities.
Yeah, that's true. Spoiler alert. That fucking reason Frieza wanted the Dragon Balls was hilarious.
Yeah.
When he's like, well, why don't you just wish to be way taller? He's like, idiot, I need to be a certain height. And like
5 centimeters, which is 1.9685 inches to be exact.
Well,
So almost 2 inches.
I'll serve watches Instagram thoughts.
Oh, who that?
Who that be? That ass be wheel fat.
But anyways, yeah, man. Like I really like the fact that they put all that as canon now. They put Broly as a character. He's there. That means now Goku's definitely gonna get very OP real quick because of all the training.
We know now for all the Dragon Ball if you want to keep up with the timeline. I would say maybe the first 10 episodes of Dragon Ball are not canon anymore. Definitely the first couple episodes of Dragon Ball Z ain't canon no more.
That's not true.
Oh yeah,
Just a couple, like one.
like
or two.
the first, definitely the first one because Raditz explanation. Yeah, that's not canon anymore. So that episode's not canon. You can count. I'll give you the fight scenes are canon. Yeah, whatever, them fighting. But what he was saying is not correct anymore. That's did you hit your head? Yeah, I hit my head as a baby. Like that. Yeah, that's not canon. He came as he was 4. What they should do is they should.
I mean, it's still kind of canon because in all technicality, he didn't really go into detail about anything.
He did. What are you talking about?
The barely
Raditz? Yeah, he went into detail.
barely.
But I like how they explain Broly's how he gets bigger, and it's the Ozaru. He's like that was a very good explanation.
Well, it was about time because everyone's just like,
It made a lot of sense too.
Yeah, and his aura was different, so it was just like, ooh, what's going on there?
But I did love Vegeta going Super Saiyan Red. That was really dope. Super Saiyan God.
What's up?
I like the little green that they had. Did you notice that? That was an homage to AF.
They're definitely showing out more of the auras, making it a thing. Because if you pay attention, it really is like. I was talking about it with one of my homies, Drew. Shout out to Drew if he ever listens. But yeah, like you could see it in layers, like how the power sources are there and like what's there. Like so, you'll see like a kind of red tint to the blue, and then like Goku has like a kind of like yellowish tint around his blue.
I like how they kind of teased us with Ultra Instinct when he was going blue.
Yeah,
and then he didn't do it. I was like, is he about to go Ultra Instinct on this
he
bitch?
was coming close. He was coming close. You could tell by the aura, right?
Yeah, it was like a spark, and I was like, what the fuck is?
I was just like doing this with myself. I was like, oh fuck.
The crowd was super loud in my movie theater. It was packed because it was the first weekend it came out. Like I got my tickets like 3 weeks in advance.
Sure.
So me and Lila went. Lila loved it, and she's not even she's like when we were leaving the theater, she's like, I'm mad now because I actually might want to start watching Dragon Ball Z to just understand.
Huh?
So I was like, all right, cool.
But fuck that. No, not your shit, but like everything else that I said, like what I liked about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part, and it's got to be the only great part that I think is pretty great about this whole movie, is at the very end when Kakarot is leaving.
Yeah, that line, dude.
Now I gotta change it to Kakarot because like he actually told Broly to like name him Kakarot.
I think that was the best way to end it. Like they couldn't have done it better.
That's the biggest step. As in any episode, actually in every episode, when anyone ever refers to him, he's like, "Fuck that name. Like that's not my name, Kakarot. My name is Goku." Now he's actually proud.
Not only was it an homage to the original Broly, who always said Kakarot, but like that was the line alone, because he's never allowed anybody to call him Kakarot besides Vegeta. But it made sense. It's like, you're a Saiyan, you call me Kakarot, dude. Dude, my Saiyan brethrens call me Kakarot. That was pretty dope. That to me elevated the movie even higher, because it was such a one-liner to end the movie. I was like, oh man, that's like that could have been the most Dragon Ball Z one-liner I've ever seen.
Most definitely. I'm really excited with what's to come, because I know they're gonna do this movie as a couple episodes in Dragon Ball Super when it comes back out again. I wouldn't be surprised.
I like the outfits were dope. The winter outfits, they were styling.
Bone ones was funny as fuck.
Yeah, I like Goku's green. That shit was pretty dope.
Also, another spoiler. I love the fact that like literally Goku and Vegeta just bounced, and you just see Frieza getting bitch slapped like a motherfucker.
Yeah, if you didn't notice that, Frieza was getting his ass whooped for a full hour.
Hard.
Because the fusion takes 30 minutes, and they did it twice.
No, hour.
That's what. No, the fusion takes 30 minutes.
No, hour.
No, it doesn't.
No,
30 minutes.
Was it 30 minutes? I thought it said it's like now we have to wait another hour.
No,
It's 30 minutes, my friend.
So
You're speaking to
and the thing about it is also, technically Frieza has only just reached like level 1 of his, gold form.
That's actually no.
Is that his ultimate form?
No, it's not his ultimate, but that form is on par with Blue.
But that's what. Okay, so
it's
he's
not even. It's you could. No, it's not his first form. It's like his sixth. It's like
no. Well, as
sixth.
far as the super, like
he just jumped over Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Red and went right to Blue.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, Frieza to get to gold, he was already naturally powerful. He just never trained a day in his life.
Right.
So him just training 1 month got him to fucking
that
gold, which at that time wasn't as strong as Blue, but after Super, his
so
gold
he's as strong as Beerus.
He can. I don't.
I mean, if he's on par with Blue,
Blue Goku Blue might not be on par with Beerus. We have no idea.
I gotta still say that Goku's Blue is way stronger than Vegeta's, only because like Goku just takes a hell of a beating. So Goku now is a tank.
But which Blue? Because he has a sparkling Blue now.
Yeah, well, I guess more.
He has 2 versions of Blue.
well, the initial one.
He has the regular one where it's like the light blue, but then his goes a little darker when he goes to the next level.
Yeah.
When he passes beyond his, that's like his way of touching Ultra Instinct a little bit.
But you only saw that right now as like.
Well, we saw it at the end of Super.
I mean, yeah, but yeah.
If you want to, if you don't want to compare that, then yeah, but Goku has the Kaioken over the blue. That's his final form, really.
Kind of,
with the blue and the red combined.
Because he can't get to Ultra Instinct. Ultra
Right.
Instinct, the only reason why he got to that is because it was such a fucking battle that he got to.
He can get there. He just doesn't know how to achieve it. The only reason why he got there was because
he had a target.
The massive amount of power that he got engulfed in, allowed him to surpass.
No, that wasn't. Toriyama already explained. You talking about that spirit bomb? That wasn't it. He didn't absorb that. He passed the limit and broke through it.
Yeah, because of that.
But it didn't. He didn't absorb it. That power didn't. It came from his own.
No,
he has to be pushed to his.
I said he absorbed it. I said he got engulfed in it.
Right, but it didn't push him to. It's passing his limit. Like he was about to. He has to literally almost die at this point. He's reached such a high level that now if he's like.
But that's
he's like Gohan. Because Gohan before, if you were about to kill Gohan, he'd go to the next level. But Goku could never really do that. Goku would just power up. He would never go to a breaking limit type shit like Gohan would. But now he can. That's what Ultra Instinct is for him. The limit breaker. Because he's gotten to such a high level that now he's achieved this godly power.
If that's the case, then it's Super Saiyan 3, which is one of those things, because even he himself says that he couldn't really control it or do anything about it because it was just an amass.
Well, no, Super Saiyan 3 now is just a throwaway form.
It's not a throwaway form.
Because he's never mastered it.
Yeah, because he can't.
Well, he probably could, but why bother when you can go blue or red at this point?
Yeah, but knowing Goku, he probably is.
I doubt it.
Because he uses it. He wouldn't not train with it if he
hasn't used it. He only uses it and like fucking around. The only times he used it in the beginning against Beerus because literally that was his final form, so he had to use it. But after that, when he got to red and blue, he used it against Trunks. Remember? Like, come on, he wasn't fighting serious. And then he showed it a little bit to Kale, but he didn't fight it, and he was just showing it because he said in that fight, the 3 is hard to control, so I don't fight in it.
Yes. Doesn't mean he's not training in it. Because why would he achieve it? Because he trained to get there.
But if he's this is the thing, I don't see him training in it just because if Vegeta's his training partner.
So what you're trying to
Vegeta's not going to go to 3.
What you're trying to tell me is
Vegeta's going to go straight to blue.
He doesn't have to use Vegeta. What you're trying to tell me is the person who only trains and runs away from his own wife to train is not training.
Not training for 3, I'll tell you that much. Or not training in 3. He's probably training in blue.
So you're telling me, even though he likes to master things, he's not going to try to master that?
No, because he's probably going to want to master blue even more. If anything, now he's trying to get to Ultra Instinct. He's like 3 is probably far out of his mind.
No, I feel like 3 is just like, oh, I could probably apply this to this, and he probably already.
We're talking about a fictional character. that.
You guys are like the way people discuss politics.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
I think his foreign policy is great. He just wants to be the greatest he can be.
I'm just kind of like
his
flabbergasted that you think a person who loves to train wouldn't train.
I don't know. I see your discussion and debate.
Was that gonna go anywhere else? Like you just said, like what the fuck? Like
I tried.
All right, I'm done with this. Next.
I tried to be like Obama, but I just I was lost.
Speaking of somebody that's nobody like Obama, so the State of the Union happened.
I didn't see it.
Me neither. I didn't see it at all either.
Oh.
What do you call it? It was
I streamed.
Not a waste of my. I wasn't even gonna consider watching that.
I should have streamed the State of the Union. I would have got one conservative.
So basically, he, from what I've seen on the headlines and stuff like that, like he called to an end to the investigations, which reportedly was something that Nixon did in one of his State of the Union addresses.
Yes.
A friend of mine told me that he was really pandering to vets.
Yes, that also.
Like out of nowhere, he's talking about like veterans.
The one that kind of struck me the most was Speaker. Is it Elizabeth Warren? Speaker?
No, that's Nancy Pelosi.
Is it Pelosi or whoever it was?
The one that was in the condescending clapping?
Yeah.
That's Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, okay. So the fucking...
Elizabeth Warren is the one running for... She's the one with
the one for 2020.
white hair?
No, red hair.
No, she has white hair.
It's like reddish brown
Pelosi
hair.
has like black hair.
No.
Black long hair. This Nancy...
Elizabeth
Warren has like short hair. Kind of actually like ours. She has really short hair and she's the one running for president.
Yeah, I know, in 2020.
Yeah. Or she's blonde hair. She has blonde hair. White hair.
You think she'll win?
Maybe.
You think she'll win if she runs against Oprah?
Is Oprah running?
If Oprah runs...
Oprah wins.
You might as well just not. She has too much...
Are you fucking... Dude, if Oprah wins, somebody's shooting her.
Everybody's going to be like, you get a car. You get a home.
And as much as I hate this man, I hope nobody fucking tries to shoot this motherfucker either. As much as I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't want people to remember him.
Like, yeah, I don't want him to be.
It's funny. I don't think anybody's even thinking about doing that. You know, if anything, people are trying to kill the people on the other side. Like they don't even like. We're gonna kill the protesters on that side, and the protesters on this side are gonna kill us on that side or whatever. But like president, he's off limits.
It looks like that sometimes.
But that fucking literal clapback that Pelosi did.
I saw a picture of it, and she's just like,
I mean,
like hands out, like
look at you, like
did good.
Like the way
I'm
way
proud of you, sport.
The way you would clap at a puppy for peeing on the is it the
Weebie pads?
Yeah, the Weebie pads and shit.
It was pretty funny. A lot of people were talking about the Spanish chick who's
We must reject the politics of revenge, resistance, and retribution, and embrace
She's just reading
the
papers.
boundless potential of cooperation, compromise, and the common good.
That's pretty funny.
And I love his face too because it's like he has like
He does
has,
such a
he has that
pouty
face like
face.
yes, that's right, yes, that's right, I said that, yes.
Kind of like reminds me of.
He's gonna go into like, did you notice that she was clapping? I've heard that that's the most she's ever clapped before. The hardest she ever clapped.
That was the worst clap ever recorded in the history of the State of the Union. And that is a fact. It's very interesting. Very interesting fact.
I feel like he just pouts like Dr. Evil.
You know, the funny thing is when he was talking about veterans, he's like, oh no, he did prison reform. He's like, and for the first time in this country's history, we've tackled prison reform. But he always does that thing where he has to talk. Like, he can't just do a one-liner, right? He has to say, he's like, never been done, folks. It's always got to be a, never been done, or biggest in history, or it's the greatest thing ever. Like, he can't just one-liner. That's what true presidents do. They can one-liner shit like no other. Obama, Clinton, even Bush, one-liners like a motherfucker. They knew how to drop it, bring it back like in a heartbeat, keep you on your toes. If Bush can do better than you, there's a problem, dude. Because Bush is like to me, he's like drunk all the time. It's funny. He's a happy drunk. I feel like that. He's like, you fooled me once. No. He's like, you fooled me once. Shame on you.
No.
Shame.
I remember. Oh God, I remember.
You fooled me twice. You can't fool me again.
No. It's like there. We got a saying back in Texas. Fool me once.
That's not Bush, but that's a really good standard Texan.
Fool me once. Because he always had that stupid giggle. We got a saying back in Texas. Fool me once.
Bush. That's a really good Texan.
Shame on. He's like, shame on you.
He had to think about it. He had to think about it. You.
He's like shame.
You, right?
He's like shame on you. Fool me, but you can't fool again.
No, that's how he did it.
That's how he did it.
That's
I
how he
swear
did
to God.
it.
He's like, you can't get fooled again.
We got a saying in Texas. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. You can't fool me again.
In Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Fool me, can't get fooled again.
Oh, man.
God damn it, I missed that.
And to play devil's advocate, you know what he was? He was probably forgot the shit, right?
Oh,
and he
God.
he knew the first one. Shame on you. And he's like he just went and he just said fuck it. Well, you can't fool me twice. Like
he didn't even you just saw it and you didn't even say it right.
I'm saying that's probably what he's thinking.
Like he totally just ran himself into a fucking word corner. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just kept talking out of his mouth. He's like in Texas and in Tennessee. I'm sure you have it in Tennessee.
You know what the funniest one is when they try to get rattled. See, that's why I loved Obama because he never could get rattled.
Oh,
Obama and Clinton were really good. Obama had intelligence.
Hold on,
Clinton was just smooth.
Before we get into the Obama thing, real quick, just a little quick sidebar. We were talking about Dr. Evil and how he was pouting and all this other shit. Now you know that the Dr. Evil character, the voice of Dr. Evil, is just an impression of the executive producer of Saturday Night Live, Lorne Michaels.
I didn't know that. No.
Right. So, recently,
I might be asking a stupid question. Is Seth Meyers doing? Does he does that character? Not Seth Meyers.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. Does he do that character? Is that
what
him?
Dr. Evil?
Yeah, that's him, right?
Yeah. He plays both of them.
He looks like somebody else in that character. That's why I asked.
So, Bill Hader. You guys know Bill Hader.
No.
He's an actor. He's one of the writers of South Park. He is. He's also on Saturday Night Live.
I'd have to see that.
You'll see him here. So he does. They talk. Recently, he was on Conan, and they were talking about how he does a impression of Lorne Michaels. So they came up with a bit that him and Fred Armisen, the guy from Portlandia and shit, they do this thing where they pretend. Well, here, so I'll
In
just play.
common, we both owe a lot to Lorne Michaels.
Yes.
Lorne Michaels gave me my shot, gave you your shot.
Yeah.
Obviously, iconic, great man.
Did he pass?
But let's face it, everybody who has worked with Lorne, we're all comedy performers, and we all, when we get together, all we do is our Lorne Michaels impressions.
Yeah.
And and everybody does them. Everybody does them.
everybody does
Yours is, I think, one of my all-time favorites because you got the voice down of Lorne Michaels, but you put a particular spin on it.
Yeah.
You get very specific with yours.
Yeah. Fred Armisen pointed out a thing that
that guy.
Lauren has to name drop, which he does a lot because he knows, like,
He knows all of his friends are super famous.
famous. He always kind of rubs his eyes like this, like he's really put out by the amount of famous people he knows. And so we would do a bit, John Solomon and some of the writers with Lauren name dropping serial killers.
Then he goes to restaurants to hang out and with famous people, and famous serial killers join him. And
Yeah. So like one would be like, I went to Kansas City with Alec and Marcy to try to get BTK killer off death row. They said, "Here comes BTK." I go, his name is Dennis. He's a human being. And one day, I'd be like, I was at Latanzi with Mick and Jeffrey Dahmer and we had this young man was our waiter, and he left, and Jeffrey said, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, yeah, of course you do.
That's pretty good.
78, I was living with Paul Simon, and Ted Bundy called me. Maybe I should go deeper with the serial killer.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
You
get darker with the serial killer.
misjudged how dark this crowd is.
I know, this is a really good crowd.
So yeah, just
That Ted Bundy one was real funny.
Ted Bundy called him.
So that's Bill Hader doing an impression of
Lorne Michaels.
Lorne Michael.
Lorne Michaels, and
We're not so different.
yeah, like
You and I.
let's see how I'll play a clip of him or whatever so that.
You may have heard that SNL celebrated together. I've worked in this building for 22 years, not as long as you.
That's
a
not him.
long time. So I've heard a lot of Lorne Michaels stories. Yeah. Okay. And I've heard a lot of words associated with you. I'm going to throw a couple of them at you. Sure. Give me a...
Oh, that guy.
All right, okay. Youthful. Handsome. Youthful. Yes. Creative.
Okay, this motherfucker just keeps talking. I'm trying to hear him talk.
Powerful. Yeah, inevitably now, yes. Yeah. Control.
It seems like this guy doesn't have the interview down pat.
Controlling it, sort of has a negative context. I'd say in
That's
charge.
him.
I think people
For the
have to
listeners,
know
that's
who's
actually
in
Lorne
charge
Michaels speaking.
And everyone has to have a direct route to you.
A direct route to you.
Everyone.
I talk to everyone. Yeah, like everybody has a fucking impression.
That has
of
a
that.
nice deep voice. That's pretty good.
But anyways, that was just a little sidebar thing. I didn't mean to throw things off whack. But
What were we talking about?
Obama, you were talking about Obama.
Oh, and I was saying like Obama is like, he's smooth too, but he's got that intellectual brain of his that just. But Clinton though was just.
Oh, sorry.
Clinton was just smooth with it. Like you couldn't get Clinton on. He was like an airbender, dude.
I mean,
like,
the man played saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. Like,
Clinton?
yeah, like that's that's
you can't rattle that guy. That guy's too cool.
After that, it's like okay,
that dude went to Russia. Was one of the few presidents to go to Russia and like have. I think he had a beer with like the prime minister there or something, and they're there like. Have you ever seen that clip of him and the prime minister from Russia? Sir, what the fuck are you playing? Oh, pause that because it's just the sound quality is terrible.
oh, give it a second.
Yeah, Jesus. The listener, sorry. Was he president there?
Governor.
He was governor.
You don't have to move it closer.
No.
You
I
don't have
was
to do anything.
Was he running for president?
yes, this was during his presidential campaign.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, Bill Clinton, dude. The whitest black man ever.
People say that this appearance it's what won him the election.
Think so?
No, they say that this was a pivotal. This changed not just his campaign, but politics in general.
Well, yeah.
Prior to Bill Clinton doing this, you didn't really see politicians like that on late night TV shows. No one did that, really. It was actually a taboo thing. You don't want to have a politician be mixing around with celebrities and the nightlife and entertainment. You want him to be a politician. But Bill Clinton
was too smooth for that shit.
This is how he won the young vote by doing this. Okay?
Well,
because Arsenio Hall was the fucking late night show for the not just like this won him the black vote, the Latin vote, the fucking youth vote. Like between this and his appearances on MTV, bro, swept the entire fucking nation up.
But Obama's whenever hecklers get onto him,
oh, bro,
it's so like great how he does it.
Like
What are you talking about, man? You ever seen that one clip where the guy's like, tell us about the nuclear bombs in Russia or some shit? He's like,
Which
well,
one?
what are you talking about,
wait,
sir?
Which one? Do you know?
Yeah, that second one. Try
That
that
one?
second one. All of them are great, dude. Put the mic on.
Most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up. Most importantly, we will live up to our character as a nation. That's exactly what we're talking about.
That is true. Actually, this is the. That is true. That's a lot of things. That's one of the things people don't like to mention about Obama. Actually, Obama under his presidency deported more people, mainly Latin people, than any president in the last. I think that more than the last two presidents combined.
Yeah, but let's be real. The last two ones they didn't really do much.
Well,
but that's what I mean. As far
was
as
it Obama's doing, or was it?
It happened under his administration.
Was he trying to stop it, and they just put him in like? Because a lot of I need to do a lot of research on Obama because I have a friend of mine who does know a lot. Right, told me something where like, yeah, Obama has done a bunch of fucked up shit too, but a lot of the shit that he tried to stop, they didn't allow him. He was one of the most locked up presidents when it came to anybody else. Like anything he wanted to do, they would literally do everything in their power to try and stop it. The other side, more than anything, like there was no equal ground when he was presidency. So like, was it him or was it? You know what I mean? What are we doing? C50? What's going on?
Move this over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, was it him or was it the government?
That's what I'm saying. It happened under him.
Because I feel like they're probably doing that now with
No, now they're
with
doing
Trump.
now they're
It's
doing
just in
now
reverse.
they're doing internment camps where children are dying with Trump. That's what's happening under Trump now.
Speaking of that shit, do you know? I just found this out like maybe a month or two ago. You know, in China, they have like camps where they're holding. I forgot what. They're Muslims, but I forgot where they come from in the Middle East. But there's like a very big population of them in China, and what they're doing is in some parts of China they're like they're locking them up and sometimes murdering them. And because a lot of it's not getting out because China China holds all the fucking security. And
so from an article from the BBC, dated October 24th, 2018, it's titled China's Hidden Camps.
Yeah.
China is accused of locking up hundreds of thousands of Muslims without trial in its western region of Xinjiang. Xinjiang, I guess you pronounce. No, X is a ch sound, right? So Xinjiang. The government denies the claim, saying people willingly attend special vocational schools, end quote, which combat, quote, terrorism and religious extremism, end quote. Now BBC hasn't done an investigation and new evidence of the reality.
Yeah, there's people in the Middle East that said like they have family there and they haven't been able to talk to them in months. Like they just disappeared.
Probably gone, bro. Dead.
That's fucked up, man. Like,
that is swept away by the black market over there. The world's a cruel place, bro.
Can't the United Nations do anything about? Do they have power to do anything? Like, what exactly can the UN do besides just say they're doing?
I mean, well, like, what can the world really do now about all the immigrants in America now dying?
That's true.
Oh, sorry.
As he plays a TurboTax commercial.
You know what I think is funny though? It's like he told us to put down the volume for shit, and he's the one like just ripping out like.
Right.
That's it. It's a real package. It's a real package.
Oh, now it's like the video here. I mean, you don't even need the volume on this. This is gonna be all. Oh, that was gonna be all right.
In Xinjiang, displays of police might are everywhere. But there's something here they don't want you to see.
Huge fences all around it. Look.
Behind these blue steel walls in a former school is what China calls a vocational training center. But it looks more like a prison. Nearby, relatives queue up to visit. From above, the grim details can be picked out. Last year, the school had a football pitch. Today, it's covered with what look like accommodation blocks. Watchtowers are visible. On a corner, just outside the camp fence, we stop to speak to a family.
What are you guys doing here?
Some officials try to stop us filming, but another intervenes. Let them speak, she says. I ask who they're visiting. My dad, he replies.
That's in there. It's a real package. It's a real package. Why can't we ask some questions?
Xinjiang's main Muslim minority are known as the Uyghurs. We find many of their homes locked and deserted. Sinister official notices on the doors say the missing are being looked after. One credible estimate suggests up to 1 million people may now be detained.
God damn.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But the BBC has seen new, detailed satellite analysis of dozens of suspected camps across Xinjiang. Few of them look much like schools. This giant compound is surrounded by a high wall with 16 watchtowers.
God damn.
We try to approach the site by car.
Look at this.
Only to discover that it's being expanded on a massive scale.
It's like a city.
Then the police block our way. If this really is all about education, then why the effort to stop us getting close?
Impressive thing is that
The satellite analysts show us a more recent image. It's clear how much the site has grown.
everything double.
Double, even more than double.
But the team is able to show that this one camp is part of something much bigger by identifying many other similar secure facilities right across Xinjiang.
Well, this is new.
Plotting their growth over time shows just how fast they're being built.
Satellites see beyond what the human eye can see. As the years pass, we have detected that the number of infrastructures being built increases, and most significantly in the past 2 years.
And prison design experts tell us this could now be one of the biggest detention facilities in the world, holding 11,000 inmates at the very least.
At the least.
China denies it is detaining Muslims in Xinjiang. In response to the allegations, state TV has been showing classrooms of supposedly grateful adults willingly undergoing re-education. Without this, I might have followed religious extremists, this woman says. From a vegetable field to another one of China's new schools in less than 6 months.
Like, damn, I did not know that this was currently happening.
Yeah, I found that out
in China.
I found that out like 2 months ago.
You bring this up now, nigga? What the fuck, bro?
Sorry.
Hold on. I gotta say. The things that they said, like, over the past 2 years significantly, like, rose, but that means they've probably have been doing this.
Well, that chart, that flow chart that was showing the increase started from 2003.
Wow. So there's probably one dog in there that's been in there.
Since then.
They're trying to make a Philosopher's Stone.
Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't got time for you.
That's insane, though, what they're doing. I was speaking to a friend of mine who's a streamer, and he was telling me, it's like, he has friends that he goes to school with because he goes to college, and that they're Muslim, and they have, like, uncles that they haven't spoken to. Like, their family tells them, like, yeah, they live in China, but they've gone missing. That's crazy, because they don't tell you anything. They just pick up these people.
Kind of sounds like V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just watching that too the other day. Ah, that's such a great fucking movie. Love that movie.
Anyways, what else did you want to speak about?
Well, what did we talk about? We talked about Trump, Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you said
Liam
yes.
Neeson.
Oh yeah. have you heard about that?
I love this shit.
No, what's happening?
So, it's a recent interview, or was it an interview that just surfaced?
It was a pretty recent interview.
He did an interview where he had revealed a story, like I think it was like 30 or 40 years ago, and he was like, a friend of his was raped or something, and they said it was a black person that raped that person. So the way he thought back in the day was that every black person deserves to die then. And he's like, and he brought up the conversation. I was like, it's so ignorant how I thought back then when you think now. So, he was trying to start the conversation.
And people are giving
like, this is how I thought when I was 40 years ago.
Oh my God, you thought a different way back then.
Yeah, so people started going against him, and they had to cancel like his red carpet for his new movie. And he did like an interview on Good Morning where he was just like, I said what I said to like bring up the discussion. Like, this is how I thought 40 years ago, at that time. And look how, obviously he doesn't think that way now, so.
You can even tell by his demeanor of how when he first said it.
But if you pull up Joe Rogan, he talks, it's like 3 minutes. He talks about it a little bit, like sums it up in his, just put Joe Rogan and Liam Neeson. And, can play that clip real quick. It was a good clip. I listened to it, but
honestly, I think that is another consequence of live. I mean, I'm not arguing that you shouldn't be live because it has a massive advantage for you as well. But there's just a different feeling.
Yes.
Like, if I knew that this was being taped and I could rethink the thing we're about to say about Liam Neeson or whatever it is, it's different.
Yeah.
And so, but...
Well, the Liam Neeson story is a perfect example.
Let's go there. Okay.
Yeah, let's go there. A perfect example of a story where if you were Liam's friend, you would go, don't tell that one. Don't tell that one. He's like, but I want to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, don't. You could be honest with me. I'm not going to judge you. If you tell me that someone got raped and you went out with a baseball bat for a week looking for a black man to beat up,
To kill.
I'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Like, what the fuck was going through your head at that point in time? Like, that's terrible. Like, yeah, like, I feel awful about it. I can't believe that was me. But it didn't happen. Nothing happened. And now, people are calling him a racist, and they don't want him in movies. And
well, I mean, this is fascinating to me because, again, this is a much larger problem with massive implications. We need to think through the whole process of redemption for people in our society, right? Like we have to understand what are the criteria for successful apologies and for forgiveness, right? Because especially, I mean, we're in a world where people are having their reputations destroyed and their careers threatened for tweets they sent as teenagers, right? And more. This is to Dorsey's point. Things are not disappearing online anymore, and at a certain point, everyone. There's just going to be a 360 kind of panopticon view of everyone's life. There are people who have grown up on social media, and everything is out there. And I mean, the irony here for me is that you have progressives and people on the far left who.
So, Mr. Taken decided to get all and try to find some dude because a friend of his got raped. I mean, shit. Yeah, I'm sure, he was young and stupid and, felt...
40 years ago.
4 years ago?
40 years ago.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like, he was young as fuck. He's just... That makes him what? In his late teens, early 20s?
Even think about that. What day and age was that? 40
exactly.
years ago.
40 years ago, that's...
We're 2019.
That's 1980.
No one wants to do that anymore.
1979 to
last year was all about the whining shit. Now this year is all about like pointing blame and causing havoc. Like, oh my god, this is a bitch ass nigga over here. Like, they gotta do it.
At this point now, it's not even fucking real anymore. Everybody's cried wolf so many times because everybody gets so fucking easily offended for whatever that all they need to do now is just hear the word. They don't take context into consideration, nuance, and what have you, and circumstance to then realize that was just a phrase. They weren't using it. They were just saying it.
It's
and
like,
then
it's like the kid with the Native American. As much as that looked bad for the kid, a lot of the stuff that they were saying was like just factually untrue. Like, remember how they were saying there's a video, like a 40-minute video, I think, of the whole thing, right? You can clearly see the Native American dude going and like walking towards him.
Right, but what happened was that
some of the news, like CNN, MSNBC, they were like, "Oh, you can see this person like he walked this guy walked from over here and faced him." I was like, I mean, yeah, I get it. He looked bad. He's wearing a MAGA hat, and but he didn't do any of that. Let's at least be true about it. Like, if we're gonna tear down someone's shit, can we be factual?
Yes, that's what I was saying, and when we actually brought it up, remember? It's like this kid is not all about that. He literally just stood his ground there because the man walked up to him. Not really walked up to him. He like kept on walking, and
it's what happened is that these kids were out on at the monument, and then but hold on, then you had these black Israelites that were there already, and they got the full outfits and stuff, and they're yelling, we're the real Jews, you guys aren't the real Jews, this, that, and the third. And then the kids started trolling them. So then they started approaching the kids. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, the guy, the Native American dude, sees this with his group. So his thing is, let me get in between them. His intention, noble, was let me get in between them so that nothing pops off. And then when that happens, once he gets in between them, that's when the kid approaches him, and then he's just like, then the whole video goes down and all that shit.
What I will say is it's funny. The whole thing with Obama was veterans. Remember? One of the big things the conservatives had. So you look now, and it's like, well, is that how you treat conservatives? Because he was a Vietnam vet, that guy. It's so, the hypocrisy.
Oh, well, yeah, they're never going to own up their
It's
shit,
so
bro.
fucking, like, I get, like, as, you know, we're here trying to defend the kid, but I'm just saying at the same time, he wasn't right. I mean, he I don't know. A lot of people say that he didn't do anything, but I just kind of feel like you're just staring at him smiling. That, you know, kind of is like provoking a little bit, don't you think? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
to me it would be provoking.
It's definitely douchey.
Yeah, that's a better word. Douchey.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's
Frat
like
boyish.
they're calling for the kid to, like, you know.
Yeah, that was a little much. Like, they were like,
and...
some people were wanting to dox him and like find him. I was like, all right, guys. Like, I think him, like, everybody knowing his face now and, you know, him being tied to the story is like enough. I don't think he needs to die.
Right.
Like,
I'm not calling for the kid's head.
Yeah,
either.
I'm pretty sure some people were, dude.
Yeah.
Some people were like, he should be killed, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, really?
I think it's more the thing is that a lot of natives were already being attacked now, and having this already happen again, just like, really, you want to go like?
Just keep the same energy. I'm like, I don't even hear you guys talking about killing Trump, but you want to murder the kid.
But
it's so inconsistent.
They say that about Trump too.
It's like, yeah, let's kill him. Look, yeah, that's the answer. Anyhow, as always, we greatly appreciate to everybody that takes the time out to listen to us.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah.
All right.
You can always.
Rice.
Oh yeah, it's been I already cooked it. But I'm also starving, so I still need to cook.
Get out of my face, then hurry up.
So yeah, thank you. No, thank you to everybody that's taking the time to listen. As always, you could find us on the Podbean app. Be sure to check out. It's available for iOS and Android. Make a free Podbean account. Stay up to date on the latest and greatest of all your favorite podcasts, including this one. As always, you could find me on all social media at jserve954, JSERVE 954, prolife.net, as well as all major streaming platforms for all my music. And hello.
You can find me at LSO463 for all my social media, and you can find me at LSO4634 for my Twitch, streaming every day between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2, and Friday night 15-hour streams. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing one, so come check me out, 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. the next morning. So,
hello, listeners. It's the Brown Guy. You know, I just want to sit here and talk to you a little bit and figure out, like, how are you doing? How are you guys? Like, I hope you guys have a great night, a great morning tomorrow. Enjoy life. Have fun. Anyways, you can find me on Snapchat and Instagram. Wilmo _ Chiquito if you just want to holla at me and check out my treats. Check out how silly of goose I am. Peace out, y'all. We love you. Keep doing your thing. Like, share, listen, do all those jazzy shit that we love you to do. We love you guys. Good night.
We out this bitch.
Peace. Lego mi huevos.